guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Trinisha and it's always a pleasure to have you stop by. You're a real one. Here you are again. Love you. So this video, as the title suggests, is just the emotional journey of growing Locs, because whether you're thinking about starting Locs or you just started your Loc journey, let me tell you, this path is a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, especially to start. I think the one thing people never let me know is how emotionally taxing going through this process can be, because I like to think of it as you're like shedding different layers of yourself, or you're basically maybe wiping the mirror or cleaning the mirror, so now you're able to see yourself a little bit clearer. Whatever mask you had of yourself, getting Locs, shed that off. Shed that off. The stuff you could rely on in the past, you can't rely on that. You have to see yourself as your true form and accept you for you, which is a beautiful journey once you get through it. But honestly, going through it, it was a bit much. It definitely tested you. But I really wanted to do this video because I know some people probably feel in the same way, especially if you're just starting and then you're going through these different phases and you're feeling a certain kind of way. You see people on Locs, yes, get your Locs, yeah, journey. But no one's really saying, hey, there's an emotional aspect of it that you have to mentally prepare yourself for, because it happens. I turned on my backlights. It was messing with the quality of my video, but let's go through some of the phases. So the beginning, the most exciting part, you have the excitement, maybe a little bit of doubt, but mostly excitement. You've done your research, you done saved your Loc inspo, or you know your Loc crush, and you already have an idea of how you want your Locs to look, how you want to start them, and you're just excited to just jump in and get the Locs. And even you starting your Locs, you're like, okay, I started, and you can't wait to get to these different phases of having Locs. But I think once you get them done, I think we're probably around like week 2, week 4 or so, is this going to be something I can, get through? Am I going to feel comfortable with this? Is this going to work for me? Is this something I can commit to? And honestly, all those feelings are natural. They're normal. They're expected. If you don't feel that way, you're weird. You're not weird, but it's just, you're a different breed. Because I know for me, like, after I actually got I did comb coils to start. Once I got my comb coil, I was like, because my comb coils are this small. They're small. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I can do this. But that feeling is absolutely natural. And I want to come to you and tell you too, even if that isn't comfortable for you, there are alternative ways to get through these processes. Don't let nobody tell you that, oh, you can't do extensions because you're messing with the journey. You're not. Everybody's journey is different. And I like to think about the extensions as like temporary assistance, because not everybody looks good with short hair. That's just the reality of life. Not everybody has a bone structure for short hair. Me personally, I don't look good with short hair. I don't like myself with short hair at all. So when I started, I had already mentally prepared that I want to start my Locs, but I want to start with some sort of extension. So I didn't do like Loc extensions, but I did I think it was like a boho twist on. So she locked the root, and then she did like a boho twist to the bottom. So I had a little short boho twist. And once my hair grew out long enough and you could really see the Loc difference between that and the boho twist, then I did the Loc extension and I was good to go. And as my hair grew, I just kept cutting the Loc extension until here we are now. But like I said, that period of excitement and doubt, absolutely normal. Don't stress yourself out about it. Don't guilt trip yourself about it. It's absolutely normal. So then we go to the awkward phase, and that's where patience and frustration may come about. Like we talked about, like you may feel like I don't know what to do with these things. I had my Locs short for a very brief moment. I think it was about a week I had them short before I put in my extensions. And that was hard for me. I was like, I didn't know how to style it. It was too short to go on one. It was too short to really do any styles. It was just pretty much laying there, and it was like sticking out and stuff. So I wore it out, but it was very hard for me to like figure out what to do with it, especially someone who's always had permed hair and then go into locks and then I don't know what to do with these. It was a bit of a hard process for me. So I can only imagine you guys who actually go through that short process without extensions. I imagine that has an emotional weight to it and frustration, and maybe even a little bit of anger, because it's just like, I made this commitment and now I don't know how to like go through it. But I will offer as a solution, if you feel like my locks are at a certain point and I don't know what to do with them, this might be the time to call in a professional like my favorite guy, Trini for True, to kind of guide you in that journey and help you to do these little different lock style. He also does classes as well, so if you want to learn how to do locks, he can do that. So definitely check him out at Trini for True on Instagram or TikTok. Also, another thing that can kind of help push you through the awkward phase is just documenting your journey. Take the pictures, take the videos, do digital journals. Honestly, just seeing your process as day by day or even week by week, month by month, you're going to really appreciate the journey as it goes by. You won't let it pass you by. Another thing, you know what they never really prepared me for is the reactions of other people. Oh my gosh. I remember when I first decided to get locks and I popped out with my locks, there were guys who messaged me directly and was like, are you planning to keep that forever? Excuse. I don't even remember asking your opinion. I'm not dating you. We ain't friends. Why do you feel like you want to volunteer your opinion to me? I don't care about that. But it bothered me because it's like, okay, I'm seeing myself a certain way, and then you come with these backhanded comments. It makes me feel like, am I missing something? Do I look raggedy to you? Like, what is it? And the funny thing about that is, one thing you can hold on, they came back. Once my hair started to really drop, oh, these locks look great on you. Oh my gosh, I love your hair. Love, love, love. It's the same one who was telling me, you gonna keep that forever? Is this a temporary thing? I'm like, oh, I love your hair. It's amazing. Yeah, that pissed me off. So when they come back now and the first thing they say to me is like, oh, I love your hair, I just roll my eyes because it's like, you were a hater. Now you want to, no. You out of your cotton picking mind. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, don't be thinking about what these people saying, because half of them, they're judging off of their own insecurity within themselves. And then when your hair starts to thrive and whatever, oh my gosh, I love your hair. I always wanted to go on the journey too. Blah, 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 blah. That's why it's so important for you to do things for you. The moment you start doing things for other people, you done messed up. You done messed up. So, you want locks? Do that for you. And only you. And go through it for you. Don't seek validation from anybody else but you. I know that's hard, but it's reality. Because they're definitely going to play with you initially. And then when your hair starts thriving, then they want to be all up on you. So don't. Just be happy with be content within yourself. And I like to think of having locks as like a little bit of a filter. So like you filter out people who were, how do you say it, more superficial, and people who actually belong in your life. And trust me, life already filled with like 10,000 different decisions. It is great when you could cut somebody out. You could, clean this place up. Let's clean it up. Because you definitely don't want nobody in your life who don't belong in there. You definitely don't want nobody in your life who does not belong. Life is stressful as it is. You don't need nobody adding to your frustration. So use it as a filter. And for the last phase, commitment, growth, and acceptance. And overall, just having pride. I love my hair. Like the confidence I have walking into a room knowing this is mine. I grew this. It's beautiful, long, and luscious, and it goes against my skin complexion so well. It brings out my features. I feel amazing. It's you get some level of excitement knowing that you were able to commit to something and you're able to see it through, and you're able to honestly see it come into itself. Like I told you, Locs is a journey. You can't watch nobody else's journey but your own, but there is some level of just joy knowing that I started my Locs. It got me through some of like the toughest parts of my life, the easiest parts of my life, the highs, the lows, but I was able to stick it through, and you will be able to as well. So if you are just starting your Locs, you're in the middle of your Loc journey, know that all those feelings you're feeling are normal and natural. And don't allow anybody to dictate to you what your journey should be or how it should look like. Everybody's journey is unique to them. So all these rules and regulations online about, oh, you only need to do this, you only need to do that. Everybody's journey is different. And when I say that, I'm not talking about like maintenance stuff. I'm talking about caring for your Locs and even starting your Locs, growing your Locs, how you want your Locs. It's all up to your preference and what you want for your Locs. So yeah, I'm just really wanted to get that out there because I remember how I felt when I started and how unsure and uneasy I felt, and I wasn't sure, I think one of the biggest things for me I was concerned about is how my Locs would translate in the workplace. And I'm here to tell you, I have had no problem with my Locs in the workplace. Honestly, they're more of a distraction for my patients than anything else because they don't want to like touch me. They want like, oh, I love your hair, it's so beautiful. Can I touch it? Blah, blah, blah. I know, we know we talk about the touch, but it hasn't been a hindrance at all because I come to work, I perform to the best of my ability, I use my knowledge, I show them I'm knowledgeable. Not only am I pretty, I'm knowledgeable, and I can do anything I put my mind to. So I am literally, it's about to be 8 years into my Loc journey, and I feel like I learn something new every day. I feel like I learn something about my hair every day. And I've been having fun experimenting with different hairstyles. You see, I got my little crown hairstyle today. I just been having fun with it, and that's the biggest thing. Just have fun with it. Don't take it don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too serious about it. Just enjoy the journey. Enjoy your journey. It's yours. Nobody else is yours. So you enjoy that. I didn't want to drag this on for long. Listen, I done dragged so long. All my tea probably is cold now, but a good ginger tea. It's still hot, but I just wanted to do this video because I thought it was super important. So if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, share with a friend. It's been a pleasure doing these videos for you. You know I love you guys. You guys have been riding for me, liking, sharing, all the things. If you can let me know what has been the most significant part of your Loc journey in the comments. I would love to see how everybody's going through their personal Loc journey and what is a tip they would give to somebody who is thinking about getting the Locs at this point in their life. The Loc community is large. You can find inspiration from everywhere, but I would love to hear from you guys and see where you guys are at in terms of your personal Loc journey. Well, until next time, love ya. Bye.